test, check. I have to test this before I start because I just went on a ramble fest for 20 minutes and I wasn't fucking recording. Okay. Hello? Yeah, there we go. I can hear myself better. Okay. Where do I start? I wasn't fucking recording. I have to turn off the monitor because it sounds jarring hearing myself instantaneously, but there's a little bit of latency, so let's try to just take this off. Hello? Check. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. Yes, yes. Okay, that's better. Hello. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm gonna take it out. No, it sounds weird. There we go. Okay. I have to re-record that because that sequence that you just saw is rendered futile, unusable, and complete garbage dog shit because foolish of me, did not make sure that I had any audio input. My optimism always gets ahead of me. But I'll try to keep the central thought in place with the second take. Why am I doing this? What are the reasons for my return to doing this? And what am I trying to achieve with all this? This square, this video recording, putting myself out there. That is what I mean by that. Where do I start? I remember with the first take, I started with sharing that it's been about 3-4 weeks since I came back home here in Manila. That was the catalyst for this very long percolating thought of, hey, maybe I should go back to sharing my life into this medium of video and recording it and putting myself out there. We arrived November 26th, somewhere around 8 to 9-ish, and it's been about 3 weeks to a month since we've been home. Just about 4 days shy. Now, why am I sharing all of that? We were in Thailand for almost about a month, about 3 weeks, and I learned a lot about myself. Exploring your sense of agency, exercising your sense of autonomy, choosing which place to go, what to see, what to do, what to eat. Just being with my partner and her family overall has just been a great experience. It has allowed me to grow into the man that I am today. Just to share and provide context, I'm about 29 years old. I'm turning 30 next year. And we're about 3 days away from Christmas. I was sharing a while ago on the first take of this video that I've noticed a pattern with myself that I keep returning back to this. Like these things that I put off, like, little hobbies and passions and interests. And I find my way back to them during this time of the year, the holidays. I wonder why. And then I never sustain the effort to consistently show up for it and actually move the needle, which is curiously neurotic. And that's why I want to do this. I want to make this more of a relaxed setting so I can, provide value with this video and not waste your time as well as mine. Essentially, I want to share my life. I want to share who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm building towards, the life that I'm trying to build, and the person that I'm trying to become, or to be. Actually, just be it right now. It's not like my philosophy in the past 3 years. I've been trying to do this, like throughout the series, not the series, throughout the forthcoming videos that you'll be seeing on this channel, I'll be sharing a lot of material that I've been recording for the past 4 to 5 years. Since the pandemic, when I moved out of my ancestral home with my father, I've been documenting my life for like the longest time, even prior to that. But I've never found the courage to actually release that material. For those of you that don't know, and if you're curious, my name is Agustin. I am a creative by trade. A lot of my work focuses on creative direction, video, post-production, and audio. I do have other passions outside of this, and I don't know, this space is just really, I guess, attractive to me, since it is my strongest suit. It is my domain, and so I find it curious that I don't, I guess, align myself towards putting myself out there. Some of the things that I want to do with this is to just, apart from sharing my life, I want to collaborate with people. I want to document my life, as I said. I want to share it in a way that feels authentic to me. Okay, because for the longest time I've subscribed and imbibed to the ideologies and the life that is sculpted through the videos of other gurus and other people that have amassed tens, hundreds, and millions of followers. That doesn't feel authentically the same with my own life, and I don't need to enumerate who those people are. It's just that I've blindly followed in their footsteps, not realizing that that's not the life that I want to live. I can still partake in this thing while still being authentically myself, and that's what I've learned hitherto at this time in my life. Now that I'm 29, turning 30 in about 8 months, right? And that's a new chapter in my life, the end of my 20s, and this clarity has come so late in my life that I've realized, oh, where have you been all this time? It's like I'm always looking over my shoulder. I've always been doing that. Like, I've been creating, producing for the sake of knowing that someone else is going to be seeing this. Now I'm trying to orient myself towards just, it's just me against me now. Like when I train, it's just me against me, or rather me who versus who I was yesterday. By no stretch of the imagination am I anywhere near the person that I'm trying to optimize for, physically, mentally, financially, and spiritually. But we're making progress, and I think that matters. Apart from collaborating and working on myself and creating meaningful projects and creating a positive difference for myself and sharing it through this thing. Well, not just this thing, but just video in general. I want to work with brands. I want to get free stuff from said brands, mostly tech brands, etc. VMS brands, vitamins, mineral supplements brands. I'm very heavily into biohacking, although it's an expensive, I guess, hobby or way of life. So I'm not always as consistent with it, only when I have the resources. But, that's the life that I want to build. I like this thing where you're able to create something out of thin air from an idea that you just had 5 minutes ago. And I want to start it with something as simple as doing these video diary logs, just being, honest, raw, because a lot of my work, centers on creating heavily manipulated, orchestrated, and post-produced, audiovisual instruments. And here, I just want to be just as natural as I can, and as honest and as organic as I can. Yeah. What else have I not covered from the last take? But yeah, I shared a lot about what I do, who I am. I have this alter ego that I'm building as well. albeit miserably. Like, I haven't really been creating any traction and momentum for the past 2 years since I took a break. But for 2026, I'm trying to step on the gas pedal a lot more. I'm trying to invest in more time, resources, and equipment to bring this album into fruition. I'm a musician part time outside of work. I have this alter ego that I've created. His name is Ditto. And I produce music on Spotify, it's on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, everywhere else. Apple Music, you name it. If you search Ditto, you'll find it. Ditto, like the Pokemon. But I digress. The reason why I'm sharing all this is to give you a bird's eye view of who I am and why it would be of any value for you to stay onto this video and listen any further, and also to follow me on this journey. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is if you're someone who struggles with, I guess, structuring yourself, gathering yourself and your mental, emotional, and cognitive faculties to, I guess, generate force to advance forward with all the things that you're passionate about, because there's so many things, and you at the end of it all, you just find yourself crippled by inaction because of either self-loathing or doubt or just sheer procrastination. Then follow along with me as I wrestle with these very things and try to become a better person and optimize to become a better partner, to become a better brother, to become a better son, and to become a better just me, you know? I hope I get to showcase my skills and my passion for video here and even grow in that regard. And also, seriously, I really want to work with brands, audio visual brands, like either camera brands and audio brands. And yeah, it's impossible to share all of that in one video, but yeah, this marks the start of that. I mustered the motivation to start this video, actually. Unbeknownst to me, I had no idea I would be doing this today. I was actually putting it off up until, I'll start it January 1, 2026. But for now, this feels right. So, there's this quote that I will be citing right now. It's by Jordan Peterson. It states, Chapter 4, 12 Rules for Life. I'm rereading it again, but there's this nugget of wisdom that really struck me to my core. It says, but where you start might not be as important as the direction you are heading. Perhaps happiness is always to be found in the journey uphill, and not in the fleeting sense of satisfaction awaiting at the next peak. I will say that again, because it's so good. Where you start might not be as important as the direction you are heading. Perhaps happiness is always to be found in the journey uphill, and not in the fleeting sense of satisfaction awaiting at the next peak. And with that, I remind myself of why I do this. Uniquely, with all the idiosyncrasies and the peculiar and specific experiences that I have experienced in my own life, it would be an injustice and dishonor to myself and this one fleeting life that I have to sell myself short. And I've been putting this off for far too long. And I think that ordeal has come to an end. I must kill that part of myself in order to be reborn anew. And I hope that this video symbolizes my attempt to rise above, to muster the courage, and to try to put myself out there, to try to do things that make me uncomfortable, to try to stretch myself, to step out of that comfort zone and really do things that I find meaningful that can hopefully make me a better person. That hopefully I realize that it's not about attaining something, and nor is it about becoming someone. It's about being here in the present. It's not some illusory, obscure, abstract, vague concept of existence. It's just you to be in accordance with nature, in accordance with the universe, with God, and with humanity, and what makes humanity advance forward as a species. I don't want to sound too esoteric, but that's, these are the really important things to think about, especially for myself, as someone who wants to build a family one day, especially as someone who wants to be able to provide for that family one day. And, but yeah, I'm burning daylight. Crossed the 15-minute mark with this video. And I woke up at 5 a.m. today, walked the dog with my partner, cooked breakfast for her, worked out, did some cardio, resistance training, all that. I've already read, simple morning routine, but now it's time to get to work. Alas, we've come to the end. With that, I bid you adieu. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and for sticking around if you've made it this far. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not a guru. I'm not trying to elevator pitch you with anything. No course, no product, no nothing. Just plain old me, sharing my journey, sharing what I do, sharing my life. And I hope that you find value, or you find comfort, or you find a sense of positivity with this, and that it motivates you in any way, shape, or form. Please subscribe if you resonate with these very, virtues and values that I uphold here. I just want to become better, and if you want to become better too, follow along. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Let me know what you want to know about me. Leave a like. It does help to build this platform. And it gives me, honestly, a little bit of a spike in dopamine to know that what I'm building here has some form of, return, no matter how small. At the end of the day, I'm not really in this for the money. I do want to just find my tribe, at the end of the day. So, again, if you made it this far, thank you very much. I'm sorry for the video. The audio of the video, rather. It's not the best. This microphone isn't optimal. But you gotta start somewhere, right? Thank you very much for your time. I have to get going. I have a lot of things to do, but I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. God, if I lose the audio for that, I am done, bro.